The series is tied at a game apiece after the Tigers won Game 2 last night in the Bronx. And now they're really excited, you know, because of this. They're trusting Justin.
So Denard Robinson seals his legacy. He beats Michigan State with a game-winning drive in the final seconds. And more importantly, U of M stays on top of the Legends division in the Big Ten title race.
And Perani Arena is finally a decent venue for entertainment thanks to $1 million worth of improvements. The arena itself is a whole lot brighter thanks to a new paint job. And the Jumbotron finally works. It'll be on for replays of all the big plays. And the concession stands have totally been revamped. But don't worry about missing any of the action because the entire game will be shown live in line. Like all NBA fans, I looked forward to the dunk contest on Saturday night, but it was the worst of all time. I've seen junior high kids do that. To see a real contest, I had to go to Mott Community College, where they shatter backboards. Doug Anderson, along with the rest of his teammates, think Nate Robinson's got nothing on them, right?
Right, oh yeah. Got nothing on them.
Well, let's check it out. That would have won it right there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I got a lot of people calling me and texting me saying that it was sucked. Now it'll probably be everybody that was in it.
The same goes for teammate Torian Oglesby.
We've been doing this since like probably 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? Whoever under there, I'm going straight up on them. You know what I'm saying? We the fly boys.
And they fly higher than the NBA players. Toronto's DeMar DeRozan missed that dunk. Torian did not.
Oh!
Once again, DeMar DeRozan. Go home, brother. How fast can you decide what you're going to do?
Well, it has to be fast because when I'm in the air, I don't have that much hang time. Well, I do, but like...
Yes, yes he does. With the Flyboys at Mott. Ryan Slocum, ABC 12 Sports.
A handful of experts have the Lions finishing 12-4. Others say 8-8. They look like a little bit of each today, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the Lions started the season by finishing strong in the opener. Ford Field was deafening for that season opener against the Rams. Matt Stafford had the precision of a surgeon on the Lions' opening drive until he got to the goal line when he was picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Name sound familiar? Well, that's the rookie that Lions fans wanted to draft, but the team passed on him due to off-field issues. More trouble to come. Next possession, Stafford picked off by Cortland Finnegan. This one's not coming back. A 31-yard pick six. Disaster for Stafford. 3 interceptions in the first half alone. Lions down 13-10 at the break. We move to the fourth, tied at 13. Sam Bradford finds Brandon Gibson, who makes the fingertip grab for the 23-yard touch. The Rams move back in front. The Lions would answer with 5 to play with a 2-minute, 26-second drive. Kevin Smith caps it. He had 13 carries for 62 yards. They're tied at 20. But the Rams would then add a 46-yard field goal from Greg Zuerlein with a $1:55 to play. So the Lions have one last chance with the 2-minute offense. They were in striking distance with 15 seconds to play from the 5-yard line. Stafford looking. He dumps it down to a wide-open Smith, who takes it in for the game-winning touchdown. It wasn't pretty, but it was clutch. Stafford finished with 355 yards. Opening day magic for the Lions. They beat the Rams 27-23.
It's not too often that the big man on campus is only 5 feet tall. But at Montrose, a school known for its stud football players, Tony Sumner is that guy.
He's like a brother to all of us. I mean, we all love him.
Tony is a special needs student who was born deaf.
but can now hear thanks to a cochlear implant. And while some kids in his situation may get picked on, Tony has been embraced and was even named Homecoming King in the fall.
He's always around, he's funny, I mean, he's like the rest of us.
And Wednesday night, Tony really became one of the guys when he got to live his dream on the basketball court.
Did you ever think that might happen? Did you ever think that would happen to you?
With a minute to play, Montrose led Atherton by 35 points. And that's when the Rams told Coach to put in Tony.
That's one of the objectives of our games. Get Tony in and let him shoot.
And Tony didn't just shoot, he made a jumper from the block.
We went nuts. It was so fun. We were just excited for Tony to play and get a bucket in.
In my head, I was jumping for joy. I was like saying, all right, Tony, we got one more. We got 15 seconds left. Let's get you another one.
So the next trip down the court, Tony found his favorite spot on the floor, and he knocked down a 15-foot J.
Sumner's going to try again, and he got another one.
We go even more nuts. It was insane. We couldn't believe it.
I was just out of it. Like, Tony's scoring.
Have you always dreamed about that?
I dream about.
Exactly what happened, huh?
Yeah.
And Tony's dream couldn't have come true without his teammates, his friends, who take more pride in seeing him succeed than themselves.
When Tony scores, it lifts our spirits even more. It makes us work harder, play better. It just drives us.
What we try to do is get up by a large amount, so that way Tony can get in and get his shot and get his playing time, get some points. I mean, we want him to play like the rest of us.
He's just like us. He's one of the guys. He's easy to hang out with. He's fun. He became a family, and we just keep looking out for him because he's one of us. He's the man. He's the king of the school.
Hey guys, you know Michigan State had a pretty nice home court advantage last year, playing only about 70 miles from East Lansing at Ford Field. But that is nothing compared to the home court advantage that Butler will have this weekend. Their campus is in Indianapolis. In fact, it's right down the road here, and we made the trip just to show you how close it is. Here we are at the legendary Hinkle Fieldhouse, home of the movie Hoosiers. And here we go. We start out by going east on West 49th Street, go through a couple of stop signs, take a right on Capitol Avenue, and we are on it for about 5 miles until we stop to say hi to these people. Hello. Okay, then we're back at it, heading toward downtown until we hit gridlock traffic. We fight through this for a couple of minutes until we hit Brackettown 6.3 miles later. And why was there so much traffic? Because the entire lower bowl of Lucas Oil Stadium was filled with Butler fans, even more than turned out to Ford Field for the Spartans a year ago. Now, if there is one negative to being this close to the Final Four location besides the media and the appearances you have to make, the Bulldogs still had to go to class this week.
What's your #1 song on your iPod right now? The most played?
The most played? Oof. I gotta say right now I'm into that Rihanna song, We Found Love.
All right.
It gets me going, especially in the morning.
For me right now, it's Wale, Ambition.
How about an embarrassing song? You got an embarrassing one on there?
I'm not going there.
You're not going there. It's pretty bad, huh?
The most embarrassing one's got to be Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. You don't want the fellas in the back knowing about that?
No, we don't need to know about that.
Don't blame you that the New Kids on the Block is on there, right?
You can blame me. It's okay. You know, a little NSYNC's on there too, I'm sure. Right. So, you know, it's okay.
After winning their first 2 games, Saginaw prepared to take on 0-3 Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard in the Motor City Roundball Classic at Detroit Country Day. High major college coaches from all over the country were coming to the game to see Tommy McCune, but he, along with 2 other starters, Marquavis Ford and Val McGee, were late to the Trojans' morning shoot-around. Coach Lou Dawkins told the trio they would not play in this game.
I want you to listen to this text that Michigan State sent me earlier. And I'm going to say exactly what they told me to tell you. That's crazy. I'm glad you told me. Coach DJ was coming down. We will just come late and watch Amir Williams play. tell Tommy that we were coming, and he his teammates. Is that what that say? Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna blame. And I hope they clobber us tonight. I really do. And when we lose, I'm gonna point you out in the paper. Late ass Tommy McCune was the reason why we got beat. I'm gonna put you on Front Street. USA Today, Fox Sports, ABC 12.
Trying to get Tommy ready for college. When they go to college, they're going to kick him out of school. So I'm trying to get him ready.
With 3 starters on the bench, Saginaw falls behind by 6 points at the half.
You see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what? Do y'all understand where I'm coming from now?
Saginaw rallies in the third and takes a 5-point lead late in the fourth, but they falter in the final minute and lose for the first time to an inferior team, 65-62.
It hasn't been right since the beginning. It hasn't. And they just won their state championship. They don't have to win another game this year.
But when they lost, man, I swear I wanted to cry that night.
Until they understand what we need to do. Okay. Classroom, practice, minutes, study hall. They're not going to play. I don't care who they are. From this night on, if you are late coming into our gym, the most powerful high school in the state of Michigan, you will not play in the next game. Now you try me if you want to, and if you do it twice, you cut. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I will cut your ass. I'm tired of you. And I love you, but I'm tired. When that door opens, you better go through it. From now on, knockout practice is going to be knockout. I ain't got no starters no more. If you want it, go get it.
In a year, the Flint Southwestern baseball team won the Saginaw Valley League title and beat future major leaguer Jim Abbott. It's a random doubleheader against lowly Pontiac Central that's remembered 25 years later.
Last year, they had construction I-75, and I had to drive through Pontiac to get around it. And I went by the field, and it's kind of a haunting thing. And if you saw the field now, it brings back the memories.
It's just something that happened, and we have to try to accept it best we can. The biggest problem is the why of it. Nobody understands why it happened.
On April 18th, 1985, Southwestern beat Pontiac Northern in the opener 11-3, led by pitcher Chad Joslin. The senior, who had accepted a full-ride scholarship to play ball in Tampa, Florida, struck out 6 in 5 innings. But just minutes after the game, Chad collapsed in the dugout. His heart was fibrillating and later stopped. He was only 18 years old.
Witnessing a friend and teammate die in front of you was one of the most traumatic experiences of my life.
Many of the students fought bouts of depression. Perhaps the worst was 15-year-old trainer Rico Phillips, who tried to revive Joslin using CPR.
It was horrifying to me. I couldn't sleep, and I remember all the players that went to the principal's office, and some of the parents were there, and Chad's parents were there, and these guys put their arms around me and thanked me and for giving them hope.
Nowadays they have grief counselors. They go in, they help the kids. We didn't have that. We had to deal with it as a family. We became
one another.
Right. We became very tight.
And accomplished great things.
Yeah.
25 years later, the family still gets together to celebrate those things. Not the 26-7 record or the league title. They celebrate the men they became because of the man they lost.
It made me appreciate all of you and everything that my mom and dad had done. It made me appreciate everything that had been good in my life up until that point.
Ironically, Chad was singing the song "Don't You Forget About Me" on the way to the game before he died. Chad, they never will.